Check 1, 2.
No, she did. She got roofied in Midtown, like her 3rd month here, you know? And nothing says welcome to a foreign country more than like getting drugged and waking up to find an organ missing. Yeah, because I stole her heart. I know, I'm so good at this. This is great. The roller coaster, we don't need Astroworld, I'm here. This new popular thing is like ISIS, right? Like Hamas is like the old British version of The Office, and the ISIS is the more popular American version, you know? Thank you, applause for my foreign policy joke, this is great. I did like 2 hours of research for that one. Thank you. Yeah, woo, yeah. They feature local artists and like writers of all medias and all genres around Houston, and they put together this event for all of you, and we have some fantastic artists for you tonight. We really do. You guys saw the band warming up, yeah. I want you to please welcome to the stage, Justin Jannise.
Really impressed with everything Defunkt has done. I mean, just selling out these venues. I overheard somebody saying that they looked up to me, and I was like, I look up to you guys. I mean, look at this place. You guys are amazing. I'm gonna start. So I don't know if you've heard of something called Grindr. Anybody? One of the questions I get most often on Grindr is, what are you into? And I've even tried to sort of like just nip it in the bud and be like, don't ask me that. There's something about it that really bothers me. So I wrote a poem in answer. I know it's so annoying. You know, I should just start sending this poem to people who ask me that. It's called What I'm Into. Adam's apples, beards, brains, a certain type of man you see on trains between Connecticut and New York. Solid muscle, a starched white shirt, DILFs, doctors, dimples. Every man I've seen offer his arm to someone crossing the street. Fags, those who've reclaimed the word with piercings, tattoos, unruly curls sprouting from their heads, pits, chests, thighs, ghosts of long-dead poets, the sad eyes of young Robert Frost, Hayden, Lowell, appearing now beneath the charcoal brow of the barista. Men who make coffee, hummus, bread, the weight of a body on the edge of the bed. Megawatt smiles, gold spinning hips, intellectuals, lifeguards, motorcyclists with ripped jeans, flabby abs, a bone to pick with the capitalist regime. No mansplainers, no racists, nobody already romantically attached, anyone listening who thinks there's a chance.
The next poet coming to the mic is fantastic. You're gonna love her. Please welcome to the stage, Paige Quiñones.
North Carolina's famous wild horses emerged from Hurricane Florence unscathed. I go to the police and my mother tells me her boyfriend in the 70s plied her with Valium. Some evenings are so shot through with disbelief they're unrecognizable. Storms in the Gulf and Atlantic flex their fingers against our throats. I am powerless. Water leaks from the ceiling into trash cans like breath into a reed. A man asks whether I will feel relief when I am murdered. I can picture it. The room a loaded chamber. The room thick with fresh turned dirt. The room a used cage, I am undoubtedly naked. Levis thought of the world as velvet skin moving over a single skeletal horse. I'm not sure he's incorrect. It happens sometimes that horses' tangled manes are the fabric of a dream. Animals know catastrophe will happen before we do. My mother drives with an unlocked passenger door, the handle broken. She has dinner with a man she trusts. On the beach, horses retreat. A drive for high ground presses in the gut, the rendezvous in the wild hills more necessary than breeding. What I would give to taste the bitter blood of her medicated glass of wine. In Louisville, the ashes of a thoroughbred lie inside a publicly displayed tomb. I wish it were his entire body, not the cremation, black tail still tethered to bone. A man beats my mother over the head and face and tells her to drive and drive and drive, but she never knows the destination. My childhood is punctuated by the whispered recitation of passwords. Always ask for the code. Always double check your locks. That man is watching you. I wonder whether it would be better for fires to come this far south. In yearbooks, my mother has flat-ironed hair parted down the middle. Brunette, a living Bundy girl. I cannot look at those photographs without seeing a man's shoe bruising her face like a judgment. Friends tell me to get out of this apartment, that he might be monitoring me. I say footfalls outside my window sound like the rapture. My police report comes to nothing, and my mother believes she was drugged and merely undressed by a man in good faith 30 years ago because she woke in an unmarked body. The horses are famous. They predicted it all. I'm not gonna listen.
Welcome to the stage, Obi!
Hi. Did light just come on? Oh shit, that's cool.
That was you, man.
Thank you very much, you're gracious. Good evening, everyone. My name is Obi, and I just want to say a big thank you to the editors of Defunkt. Y'all are amazing, and y'all are doing something really special, and I hope to see how far that goes, okay? All right, so I'm gonna read an excerpt from a novel I've been working on for about 3 years. I mean, you're not really a writer if you haven't been slugging away at a novel for a long time, and then you bring it up even when nobody asks. So, just read from that. And it's basically about a Nigerian kid who had grown up in the US, but something comes up and he has to solve a mystery. Basically, he has to find his mother, so he goes back home to Nigeria, to a Catholic boarding school. Oof, spooky. All right. The fair hand from the top bunk was gone when the bells woke me up about an hour later. The ringing in my head too, except it was replaced now by the handbells that wouldn't stop clanging. I tried hard to shut it all out. The creaking of 100 bunks and the clatter of feet onto the slick, grimy floor. But it was no use. The chaos was rising now, swelling to a crippling crescendo, and soon the patter of shuffling feet grew even louder than the bells. I pulled myself off the bed and slid into my slippers, watching the beam of the top bunk, lest I bump my head against it again. I poked at the mattress above me and it offered no resistance. That was when I sat straight up and took in the streaming crowd. I couldn't understand what the hassle was about. Abbas was on the top bunk opposite me, and I took a good look at him for the first time. He was dark-skinned, about my size, and slapping Vaseline hard onto his chest while casting frantic glances towards the corners of the hostel. And I couldn't tell if he was rattled by the chaos of 120 bodies running around in immediate post-sleep mania, as I was. Then there was Ranjit, the mute Kashmiri boy, seated calmly on the bunk below, chewing on a biscuit with goat-like deliberation. They were ever a picture of stark contrasts, those two, and in the years I knew them best, Even now, I still wonder how they stayed such close friends for as long as they did.
We're gonna hear music from Blue Lacy, so please stick around. Thank you.
We hope you guys like it. Thank you.
You're